website right now and download my free course on alternate picking mastery. It contains 5 essential exercises that will take you to alternate picking mastery faster than you can imagine. And then I've included my method of how to lay out a practice plan in just 1 to 2 minutes that will absolutely boost your results like nothing you ever tried before. So go download it right now. It's free. How to do this finger picking simulation as you strum. I came up with a cool practice routine that made it happen actually, because I was at the level where I could strum like this, right? But then I wanted to add those arpeggiated notes, and I have kind of a style where I sort of improvise my way through a chord progression like that, and you can do that too. The thing I did was I simply took the low E string, and then I played the low E string and the A string. Then I played the low E string and the D string. Then the low E and the G. Oh, sorry. And then the B string. And then the E string. And then back again. I practiced that. Then I took the A string and then I went down for the E string. And then I went for all the other strings as well, and then down to the E string again. And I did that with all strings. That's the one exercise. So you take one string and then you play all the other strings down or up, and back to the main string all the time. Right? And then that's the first exercise. You might have some fun doing that. And then the next exercise, of course, it becomes a little bit weird when you play the top string and you go back all the time. So you play E, B, G, because you already actually did that. But it's another thing when you focus on the E there. But so have fun doing that. And then I did another thing. I took the low E string and then I skipped one string. So low E string and then D string, right? So first, right? And then I went for the next string, the A string. And then I skipped the D string and went for the G string. Right? So I go low E, D, A, G, and now D, right? I took the D string then, and then I played the B string. So we played 2 strings that are just with one string in between, right? Like that, and then back again. Right? So I could skip a string and go back and forth like that. That was enormously effective as well. And that's about it. Of course, I also do 3 strings like that. But that seems like, I was practicing alternate picking and other stuff, so that really seemed like relatively easy. But you can practice that. 3 strings down, E, B, G, and then B, G. And just use downstrokes, right? Or you can do all 6 strings like that, right? So once I'm, practicing that with more or less focus, I started, developing that with the strumming motion. So if you're strumming like this, you can go, right, just up and down. Pattern. You can play E, A, G, G, 4, and then E, I'm talking strings here, and then E, B, G, D. So 4 from the bottom, da, 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 and then from the top with downstroke, 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 and then upstroke, upstroke, upstroke. You can come up with any kind of picking exercise like that and then combine it with strumming, which is the next step. So you go, play that twice perhaps, and then do the strumming. And then again. Or you can turn this movement here of your hand into down, up, down, up, down. And when you pick, so let's try to do a D major here. You only have the 4 lighter strings to play now. So I can go down, up, and turn that into picking on just 2 strings like. It's the same movement, only smaller, right? But then with this movement, I can go. So I play the D string, then the one just above it, then the D string again, and then the one even further, and then the high E string. If you can do this, go D, G, D, B, D, E, D, B, D, G, right? Right? And then strum. It's the same movement, only with the hand, and then. Right? So, doing these exercises will really enable you to go. Because once you practice the skills of doing that, you practice the different finger or picking patterns, and you practice the strumming in combination with that, then once you start putting chords to it, you use those skills in order for you to improvise different patterns. And you can come up with a pattern, then practice it in a loop, like. Practice it in a loop, and you do another pattern, come up with something else. Right, and you practice that in a loop. Then once you are done doing that, or automatically you'll gain the ability to just play, to just come up with something in the moment. Of course, I'm doing sus4 and stuff like down here, but that. Right? You can do all kinds of stuff, right? But you have to practice the individual skills, which is the picking motions and the strumming, and then practice combining them and coming up with stuff by yourself. Don't wait till you are on the highest level of skill before you start actually composing and creating your own stuff. You can do that right away.
Subscribe for more free videos. Do it. Do it now. Do it.